No, I'd start, Herzl was what I call our modern Moses. But I'd actually start with the original Moses. The Jewish people have lived in the land of Israel, what is now the state of Israel, have lived here and have been attached to this place for about 3,500 years, 3.5 millennia. Now, for the first 2 millennia, roughly, of that time, we were living in what is described in a text commonly known as the Bible. So the Bible describes how the Jewish people lived on this land, were attached to this land, fought off conquerors, sometimes were conquered, but stayed on their land. And that continued for a very long time until roughly the 6th, 7th century, actually.
We will move the American embassy to the eternal capital of the Jewish people, Jerusalem.
No, I was with him until he said the eternal capital of the Jewish people. President Trump has the right to make whatever foreign policy he wants. If he feels that Miami Beach is best to recognize as the capital of Israel, that's his business, he can do it. But once he starts talking about the Jewish people, now he's encroaching upon religion, and now that's my domain. There is absolutely no political relationship between the Jewish people and Jerusalem. It's merely a holy city. The Jewish people don't have a capital. We never had a capital. Countries have capitals. States have capitals. That's the definition of a capital. Capital, dictionary, noun, the most important city or town of a country or region. Now, the Jewish people are not a country or region. The Jewish people are a religious community. It's important to know that the Zionists were the ones that started this business of the capital of the Jewish people, and it's an idea that conflicts directly with the teachings of Judaism.
Was founded by people who called themselves Jews, and the Charter, the Declaration of Independence, gives the right
to be Jews or Israelites.
We're Israelites, descendants, direct descendants of the biblical Israelites. You see, this is where the confusion has come in. The state of Israel, the present Jewish people are confused, and the entire world has been confused by the word Jew. There never has been and never will be a Jewish nation. This word Jew is merely a religion. So we're talking about a nationality, and the people here are talking about a religion. So therefore, when we came home and we said we were Israelites, it brought confusion because the world has only been used to hearing Jew. A Jew was merely a descendant of the tribe of Judah. This is all that a Jew ever will be in the Israelite nation. There were 12 tribes, and the descendants of the other 11 tribes were not Jews. They were merely Israelites. We have in the midst of us descendants of all the tribes. So therefore, as a group, we're Hebrew Israelites, and those who are of the tribe of Judah could be referred to as Jews.
So let's get started. At the death of Solomon, 930 BC, the United Empire split between the king of Israel and the king of Judah. Now, most people have a brain cramp about this time and think that everyone is a Jew. That's an Israelite. That's like saying everyone in the United States is a Tennessean. All Tennesseans are American, but not all Americans are Tennesseans. You understand that? All Jews are Israelites, but not all Israelites are Jews. The 10 northern tribes are 10 northern tribes, and they were called Israel. Judah was called Judah. They were not called Israel after this separation. Why? Because the blessing of the name of Israel went to the tribe of Joseph.
Now, when Jacob is old and he's ready to pass on, and he knows it's his time, and he is getting ready, he has to pass on these birthright blessings to his sons. And the big question is, who's going to get what? I mean, I don't know if they were thinking that way, but in hindsight, we look back. Now, what he did was, in Joseph, there's a whole story in the Bible. Joseph came to him with his two sons. They sound like these real cute little whippersnappers. They're twins. You know, talks about them hiding between his knees. You know, and Jacob is all ecstatic. These little grandkids of his that, from his son that he thought was dead and is now alive. These two sons Jacob, and this is in Genesis 48, chapters 1 and on, Jacob, who is now called Israel, you gotta understand, this is the whole thing, adopts Joseph's 2 sons. Now he can do this because he's the firstborn and he can, and it says about he can, that he shall acknowledge, he has all full right to do this. He adopts right then and there Joseph's 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh, and he gives them, just as Reuben, he says right there, you are my sons just like Reuben and Simeon. So he puts them, boom, right on an equal par. They are inheritors of the blessings. They are sons just like his other 11 sons. We're not even talking Joseph. He skips kind of Joseph. He goes right to the sons. He says, they will also, he said, let my name be named on them. In other words, he gave them, this has got to sink in, the name of Israel.